Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to photograph a flower head using an indoor pop-up studio. So let me just switch the camera around and show you what equipment we've got. Okay, so here's the pop-up studio. As you can see, it's about I don't know, 30 centimeters cubed. Comes with its own built-in LED lighting, as you can see underneath there. One of my sons bought it for me as a gift a few months ago and I haven't got around to using it yet, so I thought today's a good day to give it a try. It comes with a set of backdrops, so it comes in this case, it all folds flat, and there is green, which is like green screen, red, black, and the white one, which is in there already. Yeah, it's a good little pop-up studio for photographing products. It's ideal, really. The backdrop, if you look carefully, there's some hooks at the back there which it hooks onto, and then you can just pull it to get a bit of a curve in the back end there. In fact, I might pull it forward a little bit more just to get a curve in there. Okay, something like that. Yeah, so, and I'm shooting this with my Canon 1D Mark IV, fitted with the Sigma 105 macro lens. So let's go ahead and take some shots. Let me explain my settings. I have set the camera onto manual, so I've got complete control over the exposure. I'm planning to probably overexpose a little bit. I'm using the metering in the camera itself. I could use a handheld meter to take a meter reading, but I'm going to use the camera's meter, and then I'm going to play around with the exposures. So I've set it to manual to enable me to do that. The lens is also switched on to manual focus. I've turned the in-lens stabilization off, and that's about it. So I'm going to turn the camera on. Switch on to live view so we can get a view of the composition to start with. So obviously I've mounted my camera onto a tripod, because even though this is illuminated, I'm shooting at ISO 100 to get the best quality image I can, which means the shutter speed is going to be quite slow. I've stopped down to f11. With macro, your depth of field is very shallow, so f11, the front of the flower is quite flat, so I'm going to focus on the center of the flower, and then we'll see how the depth of field works. Currently we're overexposed by a third of a stop. I'm going to just focus that manually through the viewfinder like so. Okay, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my self timer, because I haven't got a cable release with me at the moment, and the shutter speed is, let me just go back to live view so I can tell you, yeah, it's 1/8 of a second, so there's no way you're going to do that without getting camera shakes. So everything's set up. I'm going to depress the shutter button like so. It counts down 2 seconds and takes the image. That's that. So I'm going to just adjust the shutter speed to overexpose that even more. Well, it's not to necessarily overexpose, but to change the exposure. It is, according to the meter, it's overexposed by a stop now. But I think because the box is white, the reflected light from the white box tends to confuse the camera's meter a bit. Looking on the screen on the back of the camera, the exposure looks pretty good. So we've now got 1/5 of a second at f11. So let's take another shot like that. Okay, that's that done. Okay, now I'm gonna just change my camera position so we get a different composition. Like so. Now I need to refocus because I've moved the camera position. Okay, so I'm focused right in the center. I'm also going to check, I'm going to take a shot like that first. So the exposure's still set the same because we're using manual control. So I'm going to take a shot like that first. And then I am going to stop down to f16 and take another shot with the same shutter speed. Then I'm going to slow the shutter speed down even more just to compensate for, there we go, somewhere like that. So yeah, okay, we've now got third of a second at f16. Okay, that's that. Perfect. Now I'm going to try and get in closer, really close. So I'm going to have to just slide the box towards me. So I want to get a really close in crop on the center of the flower, like so. Let's check the focus again. Move the camera around a bit and try and get squarer to the front of the flower because the flower head's at an angle, so okay. Perfect. Right, there we are. Just change the exposure a bit more and take another shot. That's that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to switch cameras because I've got an old film camera here, Canon EOS 100. I'm going to swap that over because I've got a roll of partly used FP4 black and white film in there that I'd like to finish off. So let's just whip this one off of here, take the base plate, the tripod head base plate off of that camera, pop it onto this one. So I'm just screwing that onto the bottom of the camera there, like so. And then as you can see, if I adjust this camera here a bit, okay, you can see I'm using actually a Manfrotto tripod with a ball head with this bracket that goes on there. So we're just going to mount that camera onto there first of all, like so. I'm then going to swap the lenses over. This old film camera, because it's an EOS, it takes the same lenses as the 1D. So I'll take my Sigma macro lens off of the 1D and pop it onto this EOS 100. Okay, so switch that to manual. We've obviously got no screen on here, so I can't preview the shot. I'm going to have to set my settings. Again, I'll switch to manual mode, so I've got full control of shutter speed and aperture. Okay, so we are gonna, there we are. So I've set that to f16. I just need to locate the self-timer mode on here now, which is in that button pressed there. Yeah, that's self-timer mode. Okay, we should be good. I'm just going to check the focus again because I may have jiggled the camera around. Perfect. Press the shutter button, you can hear the beeping noise, the shutter, the self-timer counting down. Click. Shot taken. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple more shots. I'll just adjust my composition again to a slightly different one. Something like that. There we go. Set the focus. Depress the shutter. Perfect. And I'm going to go in closer again. So we're going to slide that forward some more. Again, even closer. This time I'm going to stop right down to f22. And we've got a shutter speed of 1 second, so there we are, we're focused right in the centre there. Let's just press the shutter button down, wait for the timer. There we are. Okay, so that's it for now. I will pop a couple of the pictures up at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Thanks a lot. Bye.